Napoleon Bonaparte, a name whispered in awe, a name etched in history. This Corsican soldier had risen to become Emperor of France. He dominated Europe for over a decade. His ambition knew no bounds, but his empire was crumbling. Defeated and exiled, he had escaped. He returned to France, seeking to reclaim his glory. His return sparked fear and defiance. Europe braced itself for another war. The fate of a continent hung in the balance. This was the backdrop to the Battle of Waterloo. The year was 1815. Europe was a powder keg. Napoleon's return ignited the fuse. He rallied his supporters. He rebuilt his army. His enemies united against him. Britain, Prussia, Austria, and Russia formed a coalition. Their goal to defeat Napoleon once and for all. The stage was set for a confrontation that would decide the future of Europe. Tensions soared across Europe. Armies marched. Spies whispered secrets. The fate of nations rested on a knife's edge. Napoleon, a master strategist, planned his next move. He knew he had to act fast. He had to defeat the Allied forces before they could unite against him. He chose to strike at their heart. He would attack the British and Prussian armies in Belgium. Leading the British forces was Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington. A seasoned commander, Wellington was known for his tactical brilliance and his unflinching resolve. He had battled Napoleon's armies before. He knew their strengths and weaknesses. The Prussian army was led by the veteran Field Marshal Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. Though older, Blücher was known for his tenacity and his unwavering commitment to defeating Napoleon. The battle began on June 18, 1815. The location, a small village in Belgium called Waterloo. The French army, brimming with confidence, clashed with the British and Prussian forces. Cannon fire roared across the battlefield. Muskets blazed. Soldiers on both sides fought with desperate courage. Napoleon's forces attacked with fury, seeking a swift victory. Wellington's men, though outnumbered, held their ground. They formed impenetrable lines, repelling wave after wave of French attacks. The battle raged throughout the day. Each side fought with unwavering determination. Section 4. The tide turns. As the day wore on, the tide began to turn. The Prussian army, under Blücher, arrived on the battlefield. They had marched through heavy rain to support Wellington. Their arrival boosted the morale of the Allied forces. Napoleon, sensing defeat, launched a desperate attack on the Allied center. He ordered his elite Imperial Guard to break through the enemy lines. The Imperial Guard, feared throughout Europe, advanced with unwavering discipline. But the British and Prussian forces held firm. They unleashed a devastating volley of fire, shattering the Imperial Guard's attack. Section 5. A continent transformed. The defeat of the Imperial Guard marked a turning point in the battle. Napoleon's army, demoralized and exhausted, began to retreat. The retreat quickly turned into a rout. Napoleon, his dreams of empire shattered, fled the battlefield. The Battle of Waterloo was over. Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo marked the end of an era. He was captured and exiled once more. He would never threaten Europe again. The Battle of Waterloo had a profound impact on European history. It marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars. It ushered in a period of relative peace and stability. It also had lasting consequences for the balance of power in Europe. France was weakened. Britain emerged as a dominant force. The Congress of Vienna, convened after the battle, redrew the map of Europe. The old order was restored.